your pants off, Quite People. It's time for the Quite Frankly Wrap-Up Show. Coming to you live from a secret dungeon studio in Port Chester, New York. Once again, Codeman.
Oh, good day, Franklies! Welcome to the Quite Frankly Wrap-Up Show, where we talk about all the things that happened on Quite Frankly this week. My name is Cody. Let's get started, shall we? Ho-ho! Coming in hot, hot, hot! Frank kicked things off on Monday with his thoughts on this CNBC article. The episode, Concentration Classrooms and Modern Slavery.
Take a look at this, and this is a little bit where my thoughts from the weekend came on up. CNBC, the pandemic may cause 40 million Americans to lose their homes. Even as unemployment levels remain historic highs, cases of the virus show no signs of abating because it's bullshit accounting, because it's an election year. But the pandemic may cause 40 million Americans to lose their homes. Now, these sleazebags on the left have become so comfortable right now. They have become so comfortable. They are allowing, and they're okay with allowing landlords.
Mr. Landlord. Yeah? What are you smoking, an army blanket?
To take the heat for a crisis that they created. They can lock you in your home. They can take your job away. And now we're supposed to be critical of people like landlords for needing to collect rent in order to keep the lights on.
You said it, the rent is too damn high.
I want my rent.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
You know, no sense. But then again, I guess creeps like AOC would actually like to see some local government take over more and more foreclosed apartment buildings and turn that into more of a government project of their own.
I know all about that. The landlord here at the Wrap-Up Show is always on my case for rent. Do you have any idea how much a one-bedroom lava lamp costs in this part of town? On Tuesday's episode, Bombs Over Beirut, Frank was joined by James Bradley, California congressional candidate running against Ted Lieu, pictured here.
You know, we call him Tinfoil Ted or Loser Lou. He keeps doing what he's doing. I think we'll have this in the bag. As long as we stay, you know, I'm a God-centered person, so I stay God. You know, I always bring the faith into this because with that strength, how can you lose, truly? So I reach out to everybody. Don't ever give up hope.
No.
These are the events in history that turn and make history. Because we seem like we're going down the slippery slope of Marxism, socialism, and communism for the most part. But the patriots that are sitting in wait, those that have been sleeping, are coming out in droves. So don't give up. We're here to fight for you. It certainly isn't for popularity or for the money. We're here to do it for our country.
If you're a California voter and you would like more information on James Bradley, head on over to bradleycongress.com. Wednesday, Frank hit the Humpty Hump with the episode Biden's Descent, School Revolution, and Deep State Grab Bag. Frank interviewed Professor Robin McCutcheon. Now, with everything going on right now, is there any opportunity?
Well, there are always opportunity, right? Every day, the universe throws opportunity at you. So for people who would like to take their teaching degree and actually walk forth into the land of opportunity, what I've been noticing are a massive amount of parents who are looking for at-home education. One of the things that I noticed, and oddly enough it came out of California, were pod classrooms where neighborhoods, parents in neighborhoods get together and they sort their children by age, and then they actually go out and hire a teacher, every family pitching in a little bit to pay the teacher, and they're learning reading, writing, arithmetic, sciences. So yes, there are opportunities for all manner of teachers, and this is what I think is going to upset finally our top-down communist education system. I think that's one of the silver linings that I've been prodding at and poking at and looking at since the middle of April.
As you head back into the school year, check out Robin McCutcheon's website, linksync.com. On Wednesday, the fun continued as Frank was joined by an unexpected problem.
Just 3,000 tons of that sitting there. The fuck is that? There were repeated warnings on the dangers of storing it, including one that could blow up all of Beirut, but nothing was done. The fuck is going on right now? So somebody's banging with a hammer now.
Stop. Hammer time.
Sorry about that, ladies and gents. I'm sure it's going to continue because nobody gives a shit about anything.
Stop the hammering!
You see, with Lawrence O'Donnell, it's funny because you don't actually hear the hammering. You think that he's just going nuts.
Stop the hammering. Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer?
Son of a bitch. Son of a
This
bitch.
fucking stupid hammering.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Harder. Harder. Hit me, Daddy.
Where's the hammer?
Would you please?
I can. You must be able to hear me. You inconsiderate fuck.
For the love of God and your own body, hold the hammering. Would you please hold the goddamn hammering now?
Card cop, you son of a fucking cop. Please. Give it a fucking rest.
Frank, I know what you're dealing with. I think the landlord here at the wrap-up show is just trying to squeeze me out. He's converting a one-bedroom lava lamp into 2 half-bedroom lava lamps. Do you have any idea how much a 2 half-bedroom lava lamp is going to cost in this part of town? Oh, yeah. Frank and Rob had some great conversations on Thursday's episode, Trump's Blackout, Seth Rich, and the Science of Evil.
But we're about to embark on something that is so new because the technology that we're working with right now. And it's new in the way that back 15, 16, 1700 years ago and longer, if you wanted to destroy a civilization, you needed to raise a monstrous army. You need to be able to put a city-state under siege for months. You need to starve people out. What is happening right now is that we are under siege from a very small minority of quisling magicians who have only ever used the power of media and Hollywood and the way to create illusions and smoke and mirrors that have convinced us, like the goat that has the leash around their neck, but it's not tied to anything, that they're actually tied to a post.
Right.
We're sitting right inside the technology that they always hope would be on their side.
Right.
So I
absolutely, it's what's bringing them down. You know what I mean? The share and the flow of information. You know, in their short-sightedness.
Oh my goodness gracious, is it Friday already? Frank tapped into something special on the episode Lost in the Woods, Mass Hysteria, and Redemption.
Spiritual consumerism, which I believe also spiritual consumerism ties right into physical consumerism directly. And the whole concept of consumerism we've talked about, especially when the holidays roll around, it's probably one of the most damaging thing that ever happened to our culture. Damaging thing that ever happened to our culture is consumerism, aside from certain banking practices around here from our founding as well. And it's in everything. Consumerism is in everything. It's baked into all types of addictions that we have now. The cheap, unlimited access to everything from food to porn. It doesn't matter what it is. Consumerism is baked into everything. Even the social media that we all use. It's not free. You think it's free because you don't have to pay, but it's not free. Every day, you and I give up data that in another era in American history, spy agencies would have had to tap your phones and listen to you for weeks to get that kind of data. But we give up locations, plans, our inner secrets, our thoughts. Messages you never sent have been logged somewhere in a basement in Utah. I don't see that as a triumph of the free market. And the free market allows this stuff to happen. It's not a perfect place. It's just better than socialism. You know, it's a cultural failure. It's a spiritual sickness. It's pure gluttony. And it moves into all this other stuff that we're talking about right now tonight. The nihilism, the obsession of fame and being seen. You know, it was so much better off when it was just Hollywood that was shallow and vapid. But now everyday people are being encouraged to now step into Hollywood's shoes as Hollywood implodes.
Oh my gosh, what a week it was. Well, now it's that time where we take a look at some of the best calls of the week.
Let's take some calls. Calls like that. Taking all of your calls. Calls like this just make me feel amazing.
Hit it!
Yo, man, it's me.
Hey, what's going on there? Was it King?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was.
I don't know. It's from an unstored number.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's between you and me. Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Limited number.
Okay.
Special people. I'll make this quick. I got to talk about something very, very important pertaining to the show.
Okay.
All right? Swan is a disgusting slob. Swan, if you're gonna put a Speedo on, at least fill it out. You're gonna put a Speedo on with a camel toe. Do I gotta show you how it's done? Do I gotta show everybody how it's done on the interlude? Swan, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's really all, Frankie.
Okay. Well, you hear that, Mark? You should have at least stuffed a banana in there, a rolled up pair of socks.
That's what I'm saying, Swan. If you...
Mark Swan.
Ooh, that one got me all hot and bothered. Thanks, King. And now, the rest of the calls.
Oh, hey, Frank. This is Mountain Lion out here in Colorado.
Mountain Lion.
And, yes, sir. Hey, Rob and Frank, you guys are cool. I love hanging out with you guys because out here in Colorado, there aren't like the same kind of bros around. and that is a little bit of perspective I wanted to share real quick about the subject of evil.
Who has summoned me to this realm?
Because when people do a lot of cocaine, it destroys their prefrontal lobe or whatever, their brain, the front of their brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I know it causes damage.
It makes them so annoying.
That's where your conscience is and your idea of spiritual connection and stuff. So ski resorts, do you think a lot of that kind of stuff happens around here? And when I moved here, I wanted to get away from the city for a nice, peaceful, natural life. And I found that the people around are so evil. They're so self-interested and so self-involved, and they just don't care. And you can see that transfer into the liberal philosophy around here as well, because they just love to be so self-righteous and makes them feel so amazing. And that South Park episode about how skiing sucks, and they went on a timeshare.
Yeah.
Trip,
yeah.
To Aspen.
Yeah.
It was always
Looks like you think you're a pretty good skier, huh, kid?
Well, I'm catching up pretty fast, I guess.
I've been skiing for 22 years.
Yeah, they're
dude, I'm just learning.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when it was supposed to be like one of those 1980s kind of
I remember that episode.
They had the montages.
Right.
We're gonna need a montage, a sports training montage.
Yes.
So that's a great episode.
Douche.
The skiing douche.
Yeah, that's evil. It's we don't need to be. We're out here having fun. Why can't we just enjoy skiing? Why do you have to be you suck? You're not as good as me, and all the drills like me, and screw you. And that's real here. Hey,
Just...
Frank, that's what I gotta say, man. You're the most topical out there. Well, among all the rest, wouldn't even have the time to name them all, but you know them. And you're the new news now. You got the voice. You're talking about your networking ambitions, and I think it's going to happen. And I'm psyched, man, because I loved the radio when it was good, and so wind in your sails, guys. And I'm out here listening, so keep on rocking, because I need some reminder that there's cool bros out there.
Thank you, Mountain Lion. I can't wait to get out to Colorado because I want to. I just want to see some new things. Colorado's still a place I want to go see.
Quick, start the reactor.
Michael from Maryland, what do you think?
Hey, I've just got a quick theory. Just looking at that little black thing going in there, that wasn't a missile and it wasn't a bomb. I think that might have been some kind of seismic weapon. Something, they would have known what it is. You can tell, I think they said ammonium nitrate or whatever. You can tell, we do that in Afghanistan. You can see those kinds of chemicals and explosives. You can find IEDs in people's huts and stuff just from a satellite. So they would have known what chemical was in there. But that little thing, it was like a little dinghy that just flew down in there, buried itself, and then set off some kind of vibration. Yeah, this is that caller said before. It's sad that this is not going to get more attention because it's a tragedy and something I think major just happened there.
Hey, Jilly, you're on the air. What's up?
I want to tell you the most funniest knock-knock joke there is.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, indeed.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Oh, who's there? Nobody? Jilly, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's just the joke.
Yes, that's the joke.
I've
got you to laugh.
I've had conversations like that before. No worries. I'm used to that.
I just wanted to make you laugh, and I did. So I hope you have a good night, and it was a great show.
Oh, Jilly, you know what? Thank you.
Oh, those were some great calls this week. Now, speaking of great calls, it is now that time for my favorite part of the show where I get to take your calls. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines are open. Go ahead and call in now. Tonight's topic, how a mass awakening of consciousness can occur in these divided and futile times. Let's see. You know what? Let's just pick one at random. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Cody. It's Jason. I have a knock-knock joke for you.
Okay.
Here's how it goes.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Iran.
Iran who?
Iran here. I'm tired.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Kind of lighten the mood, okay. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, well, I'd kind of like to stay on topic. So, all right, let's take another one. All right, caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Cody. It's Steve.
Hey, Steve.
I have a knock-knock joke if you want one.
Sure.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Spell.
Spell who?
WHO.
Oh, come on.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, good one. All right. All right, fine. Let's take another call about the mass awakening of consciousness. Caller, you are on the air.
This is the Quite Frankly wrap-up show?
Sure is.
Sweet. Hey, first time, long time. Hey, I got one for you.
Cool.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis. Frank is cute.
Listen, this is a wrap-up show, not a knock-knock joke show. All right, we're going to take one more call. Larry in Cincinnati, you're on the air.
Hey, Cody. Larry here from Cincinnati.
Hey.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dwayne.
Dwayne who?
Dwayne the bathtub. I'm Dwayne.
Oh, cut out of here, Larry. You know what? The phone lines are closed. We're not taking any more calls. And now it's time for Comments of the Week. On Comments of the Week, we take a look at some of the comments from last week's wrap-up show. All right, let's see. M4T has a great comment. Weekly wrap-up. Great idea. Thank you, M4T. Next one, Cab0257 says, that's crazy. Love it. Jameson Fortis says, great comical alternative news platform. Keep it up, gentlemen. I think that's more meant for Frank, but I'll take it. Lori Anstead says, this was fun. Couldn't agree more. Jeff Stewart has a wonderful comment. Good to see Cody again. Well, here I am. Troubled Some leaves this comment. I've never seen the wrap-up show, but it's a great idea. Well, thank you, Troubled Some. Hopefully you have now seen the wrap-up show. And this week's Comment of the Week. Quite frankly, the weekly wrap-up show is great. Fun way to end the week. Thank you, darling USA. You are this week's winner of the Comment of the Week. Yay! Well, that about does it for me on this week's episode of the Quite Frankly Wrap-Up Show. Be sure to head on over to quitefrankly.tv. That is your one-stop shop for all things Quite Frankly. QuiteFrankly.tv is the place to be to catch the latest episode, the latest blog entry, links to support the show through Patreon, PayPal, or Subscribestar. Click on Forum to go to the Reddit page, or head on over to the merch store and buy a t-shirt just like the one that I'm wearing. Oh, look at you and all the colors we have. Quite Frankly streams live weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern wherever you get your podcasts. So until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye!